Very important right now for you to take 1 second and hit that like button. Help push us through the YouTube algorithm. And then it's also equally as important to pound on that bell notification, hit that bell notification and click all. That way you stay up to date on all my latest videos as the inflationary depression that I've been warning about. Opinions, because I am not a financial advisor. This is just my overall thesis of the market, right? And as we get into it now, you can see the XRP price is now sitting, the CBDC, central bank digital currency, and the government's own words that I've showed you, how they are exploring and doing studies and coming up and figuring out and partnering technologies to make this happen, as other countries have already started to do so and done so. And this is just people that are going to be caught in the crossfire as a digital revolution and a huge change in the way we do and transact payments as we go to a cashless society and we go to a Fed dollar coin, as I call it. And the start of the implementation is in 2024, and that's why a lot of legislation has been coming from then. And this coin, USTC, not to be confused with the Tether, apparently just came out, and whatever it was doing up here and whoever bought, I don't know if this is supposed, I don't know anything about this. This is my public service announcement. I know nothing about this coin. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a stable coin. If it is and it's supposed to be pegged, it's doing a horrible job. I know nothing about this, but this huge collapse that is apparently taking place. And you can see whoever bought up here when apparently this coin came out in December of 2021, so about a year ago, and whoever held whatever seemed like massive volatility up there has got the hammer brought down on them and are in a world of pain, because that's nearly a 99% fall. I would imagine from way up there, 99% fall, and at current price it's down 94%. And I got asked for some technical analysis, and right away you can see we're going to put a little price marker on here. Just based off the price action, you can see the mean of the volume is right there at 0.0267, and we've had a couple of bounces. We initially fell through it, then we had a power pump back because buyers had to be somewhere unless the coin just went to zero, right? Then we came all the way back down, held on the mean of the volume, pumped, crashed right back down again, held on the mean of the volume, and now pumped. Right now what you want to watch out for is this 100-day moving average in blue right there in the daily time frame. This was a rejection point at the 50, then it got rejected halfway in between. These would likely be rejection points. As you can see, the mean of the trading volume down here in orange is trending down. Hump 1, hump 2 lower. That would lead me to believe we're getting ready for another consolidation to the downside in this coin. And if I zoomed in a little bit closer, you can see I believe this is going to be something similar to what happened back here, as you just sort of top out after the big pump right there, and then you trade back down again to the moving averages. I would say decides a up and sideways consolidation to exhaust the rest of the price. I think this is going to trade back down in the short term, meaning the next day or two, back down at least to the moving averages. And then as we get into some more price action and we get more familiar with the price action, we can get a more of an idea of what's going on with this coin. But you can see right here, if we're just going to put a few lines on here, you can see we had a tight falling channel right here, where you had lower support, then you had upper resistance, and then you can see where it broke out of that, right? See that? Finally, you consolidated along the lower support and then a power pump through it, right? So if you extended this down out into the future at its same point, you could say this would be on a big fall to the downside. This would be an area where there would be some major lower support. If in the next couple of weeks we fell to the downside, you would be looking down there for some kind of support, and then upper resistance we're going to have to delve into next time, because I do think this is going to trade down in the short term, right? And then if we look at Shiba coin, it continues to trade to the downside, as our overall forecast in this coin has literally done nothing. is for it to come down here to the 739 level, or the bottom part of the last line of defense, aka get my shit together to the shit house, as this coin is now sitting at 10 cents, or 10 cents. This thing's sitting at 1028, so fractions of pennies. And I believe Shiba coin is coming down here, as it's just been sitting in the same area since early September, right? Even if you go back much farther than that, all the way back here in August. So several months of just doing nothing. And this thing, I think, is going to continue to bleed out to the downside. Then if we look at DAPP, DAPP is still sitting here, and now it's fallen below the 200-day moving average in green, as I've been waiting for it to come back down and retest this red support area that it flipped from resistance and then flipped it to support on this power pump right here on the 13th-ish of September. And I'm still waiting, as was the forecast from up here, for this to come down and retest into this red support box to then try to see if you can get bullish and bounce to the upside. So that's the current thinking right there, is that if you're trying to play some kind of big pump, you got to wait till it touches or gets into this red heavily traded area of the volume indicator to try to play a bounce there. If you're going to gamble, it's going to hold support, and that's what I'd be waiting for there. If we go into the Bitcoin price, this is another coin that's been stagnant for quite some time here, as it's trying to hold a double bottom from here and then back into the same region on this blue major area of support and resistance. And if you look at this right now, I don't know what happened to our price label here. This remains the same. You have your major area of support and resistance. On the initial support that you need to hold is this 19,299.31 that we've been talking about, the top part of this blue trading area that has just been dancing for several weeks, because if you break this and get below this trading area, you're coming straight down to the 16,659.11 cents, and that's a major area that if you break, you would come down to our target that we've had since last year, all the way down here to 63,336, right? So that's why that's a critical area, and that's what we're watching out for as it trades and makes up its mind if it's going to head down or if it's going to head up. And if it's going to head up, it's going to come into this area where it's been major resistance, major resistance, major resistance, and that's why we have this marker up here at 24,837.74 as your major upper resistance on any kind of power pump to the upside, because it's been all back through here. It's been getting resistance the first time, resistance the second time, resistance the third time, resistance the fourth time, right? So those are the three areas that we're watching out for, and I'm going to be paying attention to. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.